Be honest, most people think Bitcoin is anonymous. It's not. Every transaction you make is permanently recorded on a public ledger that anyone can inspect. Your employer, your ex, or a blockchain analytics firm can trace your entire financial history if they know just one of your addresses. But there is a way to break that trace. It's called CoinJoin, and it's the most powerful privacy tool Bitcoin has ever seen. Fundamental problem with Bitcoin privacy. When you send Bitcoin, your wallet typically combines multiple inputs, previous transactions you've received, into one output. This creates what's called the common input ownership heuristic. Blockchain analytics companies like Chainalysis use this pattern to cluster addresses together. Once they've linked one address to your identity, say through a KYC exchange, they can follow the money everywhere it goes: your morning coffee, your freelance income, your stack size. CoinJoin breaks this heuristic by doing something brilliantly simple. Instead of one person combining their own inputs, multiple people combine their inputs together into a single transaction. 10 people each put in 0.1 Bitcoin. The transaction produces 10 outputs of 0.1 Bitcoin each. From the outside, nobody can tell which output belongs to which input. The common input ownership assumption shatters. The blockchain still shows the transaction, but the link between sender and receiver is cryptographically obscured. All CoinJoins are created equal. The most popular implementation is Whirlpool, created by the Samurai Wallet team. It uses a concept called remixing. Your coins go through multiple rounds of CoinJoin, each one exponentially increasing the anonymity set. After one round, your transaction is mixed with 4 others. After 5 rounds, you're hidden among thousands of possible combinations. Each round uses fixed denominations: 0.01, 0.05, 0.1 Bitcoin, so that all outputs look identical. Where things get controversial. Most CoinJoin implementations use a central coordinator, a server that collects inputs from participants and constructs the transaction. The coordinator knows who's participating, but can't steal funds because it never controls the private keys. However, the coordinator could theoretically log IP addresses and timing information. This is why privacy-focused implementations like JoinMarket use a decentralized maker-taker market instead. No single coordinator, just peer-to-peer liquidity matching. Speaking of controversy, you can't talk about CoinJoin without mentioning what happened to Samurai Wallet. In April 2024, the founders were arrested by the U.S. Department of Justice on charges of operating an unlicensed money-transmitting business and money laundering. Their crime? Building a CoinJoin coordinator. The case sent shockwaves through the Bitcoin privacy community. It raised a fundamental question. Is writing open-source privacy software a crime? The case is still ongoing, and its outcome could define the future of Bitcoin privacy tools. Samurai's shutdown. Wasabi Wallet became the most popular CoinJoin coordinator. But Wasabi 1.0 had a critical flaw. The coordinator could potentially de-anonymize users because it knew the exact input-to-output mapping. Wasabi 2.0 fixed this with a protocol called Wabi-Sabi, which uses blind signatures and a technique called credential-based anonymity. Think of it like handing the coordinator a sealed envelope. It can verify the envelope is valid, but can't see what's inside. The coordinator facilitates the CoinJoin without ever learning who sent what. To trusting any coordinator at all? No problem. JoinMarket takes a completely different approach. Instead of a central server, it creates a peer-to-peer marketplace. Makers offer their Bitcoin for CoinJoin and earn a small yield for providing liquidity. Takers pay a small fee to mix their coins with the makers. Nobody controls the transaction except the taker who constructs it. It's the most decentralized CoinJoin implementation available, and it's been running since 2015 without a single security incident. CoinJoin isn't magic, and it's not foolproof. There are several ways mixing can fail. First, timing analysis. If someone participates in a CoinJoin and then immediately consolidates their outputs, the privacy gain is destroyed. Second, amount correlation. If you put in 0.10012334 Bitcoin and the output is exactly 0.1, the leftover amount tags you. Third, the first use problem. If nobody ever uses their mixed coins, there's no anonymity set. Good privacy hygiene means waiting between rounds, never consolidating outputs, and actually spending mixed coins in everyday transactions. Most sophisticated privacy wallets combine CoinJoin with other techniques into what's called the zero-link framework. CoinJoin handles the transaction graph privacy. Then there's address reuse prevention, network-level privacy through Tor, and coin control to prevent accidental consolidation. Wallets like Wasabi and Sparrow implement this full stack. The goal is to make every transaction look identical to every other transaction, not just in the blockchain data, but in how your wallet connects to the network. Regulatory pressure on CoinJoin is intensifying. After the Samurai arrests, several exchanges began flagging or freezing accounts that received CoinJoin transactions. Wasabi Wallet started blocking US users from its coordinator. The UK's FCA has classified CoinJoin as high risk. This creates a strange dynamic. Using privacy tools marks you as suspicious, which discourages their use, which makes it easier to surveil everyone. Privacy researchers call this the tainted coin problem, and it's becoming one of Bitcoin's most important political battles. Zoom out. Privacy isn't about hiding crime. It's about human dignity. Nobody would accept a world where every dollar bill you spent was logged on a public website with your name attached. That's what the Bitcoin blockchain provides by default. CoinJoin restores a basic level of financial privacy that cash has provided for centuries. The question isn't whether privacy tools should exist. It's whether we're going to build a surveillance panopticon out of the world's first truly neutral money. Want to learn more? Wasabi Wallet and Sparrow Wallet both have excellent documentation. Join Market is there if you want true decentralization. And if you want to see what we're building in the Bitcoin privacy space, the Lightning address is on screen. Stack sets, stay private, and I'll see you in the next one.